Good morning, guys. So a little bit of a late start today. We have a lot of calories to get through, but my alarm didn't go off, so what can you do? But I just walked out here. I was gonna go down and train legs, but Mum has made these cinnamon scroll roll things, and this wasn't in my plan, but they smell so good.
Can't fake that.
Holy shit. That's like the best thing ever. I'm so happy you made these in the refeed day. I need some protein. There's some Bless. I love some Bless. Put 2 scoops in a bit of water. So leg workout is done and dusted, and I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling great. I'm excited. I usually do these refeed days when my calories getting lower and when my body fat's decreasing at a good rate. I would never do these when I'm holding a lot of body fat because it just, the way that refeeds work, you don't really need to do it if you're talking about like boosting leptin and stuff. But for the benefits of just more, like the mental benefits of more carbs and good food, then they're really good for anyone, I guess. But I'm doing all the benefits today. So for me today, this refeed is gonna be to boost my leptin, to give me a mental break from dieting so I can eat some good food like pancakes right now. And thirdly, to refill muscle glycogen so I can fill up a bit and have better sessions later on. So I'm gonna document that. I'll see how my training goes tomorrow as well, and I'll film a little bit of that. But for now, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, and I'm getting pretty hungry because that's, what time is it? Apple Watch doesn't even tell the time. How good is that? Why can't I see the fucking time? My clock face doesn't even have the time on it. 11:58, there we go. It's 12, holy shit, it's 12 and I haven't had breakfast. All right, so Joel's gonna get on the camera and we're gonna see if we can do a nice pancake edit. So, let's do it.
Make some room, just cut loose. Come on, shake what your mama made. Don't be shy, feel this high when we're dancing the night away. No one else can move like you. No one's got your style. There, I know your secret. I can see it in your smile. Shout it up, shout it up. Live it up, live it up. Got to right now. Shout it up, shout it up. Come on, baby. Live it up, live it up. Hey, hey, hey. Do your thing. Just do your thing. Do your thing.
This is so, what time is it? 1:50, and this is the first meal of a carb up. This isn't good. They are so nice. Wow, they're good. Ben, you get a little bit, because I promised her. Just a little bit. See, I waited a little bit too long for these because the syrup's like well and truly inside them. This is heaven.
Crazy. I look like I'm dead. Look.
Oh my God. So guys, the idea of refeed meals here is ideally we want them to be lower in fat and just super high in carbs, just so we don't go crazy with calories. But I like to have one meal of the day where it's like this, where you're right, where it's more of like a cheat meal, and there's some fats in the butter here, but I'm going all out with this, and especially because I've got some first meal of the day, 2 p.m. This is going to be a big carb bomb, which is much needed. I think you just can't go wrong with plain maple as the topping. Dad just had a 4-minute cold shower and now his hands are yellow.
Why did he have a 4-minute cold shower?
Because I set the record this morning, just for the record, I set the record this morning for 3 minutes and 15 seconds cold shower. Mum, being super competitive, thought that she could do better. So what did you get this morning?
3 minutes and 27 seconds.
3:27, and then Dad got 4, and now he's dead. Now his hands have died. Someone's gonna get hypothermia by the end of the week.
That'll teach you.
Yeah. I'm getting the record, I'm getting it back tomorrow. Your hands actually
They're dead.
Can you put your hand in the frame of the shot? Just
That's not good.
look at it compared to the color of my skin. Like put it next to my head.
My hands are dead.
They're actually. How cold are they?
Are they that cold?
Oh my god! Yeah, they're cold.
They don't feel that cold.
Dad, your hands are cold out. You look like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Go. Okay, don't try and beat me at anything again. You could die in the process.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave that there because I've finished way too much of that meal. I was just planning on having like half, but I reckon that's probably around 250 to 300 grams of carbs I just inhaled. Bear helped a little bit. So we'll see what time I'm hungry next, but next meal I was gonna have chicken wraps with some rice. So 2 p.m. now, see how I feel in another hour and a bit. Teamwork, man. High five.
Double Anakin.
Time for lunch. So for lunch we have today 2 of these mission wraps. So I'm just gonna make it for me and Joel. 2 wraps and a couple roast chickens. A little bro tip for you guys. I always, and by always I mean as of last week, because Joel always does this. Buy roast chickens and then put them in this and just shred it up. So this is the first time I've actually done this, but I just resort to always. It's not even 2 hours since the pancakes, I'll be honest, but my appetite is good. It's still kicking. I think the sugars I just processed them very, very well. I also took this bad boy. This is what I'm having just once per meal today. So it just helps the body process carbs. So if you guys are having like very sickening carb day, like a really high carb day, and you want to try something to basically help your body process it, berberine is good. This is my brand in particular. Chicken. 2 for me, 2 for Joel. Little bit of rice. I just love rice and wraps. Do you want my uncle?
Yeah.
That's my uncle. That's my uncle. Little bits of chicken. It's one thing I noticed about either English people or Jamie Oliver and my grandma all say chicken. Australia we say chicken, like chicken. So if you guys are English and you're watching this, say chicken just to yourself and then let me know in the comments if you say chicken or chicken, like me. Genuinely interested. Chicken. So once your chicken is in its respective wrap, you're gonna douse the bitch in Kewpie mayo. Not really, but we're gonna add a little bit. And then relish. So good. Little bits of relish there. This is homemade as well. Now you might be thinking, hang on, that's a lot of relish. Well, guess what? Go and fuck yourself, because you obviously don't know me and you don't know my story. Little bit of lettuce. Why do they give you these things? No, I'm not going to use your shitty little gross dressing and cheese cubes. Now I don't know how I'm going to wrap these, because that's like way too much filling for my wrapping skills, but. Chicken. Go and fuck yourself, because chicken. This is the dual cameras. Chicken wrap 1. Chicken wrap 2. So total carbs for my 2 wraps. About that. And that should hit the spot. Almost forgot. And on the 3rd day he said, let there be self. Pit yourself. I hate this. Oh no! No! Dad, what do I do? Help. Piece of shit.
What is all that shit? Rice.
It's chicken.
It's too much.
And rice.
It's rice in
The wrap's a week. I'll just do that. And I'll eat it like a taco. Bloody hell, Harry. This is gonna be the messiest thing ever. I might actually bring this just to show you guys how badly I'll be eating this. Oh, good.
You've dissed me here.
Yeah. Mine already broke.
Exactly.
Look at this shit show. These have to be the worst looking wraps I've ever seen. No. Sit.
Oh, shit.
Bear.
I never thought you would eat off my plate. Alright, we're watching The Lodge. A little update. We just finished watching a scary as shit movie, and then and Joel scared the hell out of me just as we were finishing up. But still an edge. Anyway, we're gonna go for a walk because the sunsets lately have been so good, and today's been the most chill day. 6:30 already, and I feel like I've just been eating and relaxing all day. Did a little bit of work this morning, but so I still haven't calmed down yet. You ready, Joel? Me and Joel are gonna start doing the sound effects for horror movies because it's pretty much J.K. Simmons going. What's that? Well, let's do this. Whole bunch of coconut rice and this beef curry that we have over here. I literally ran out of all possible protein sources in this house except for bear. This morning I chewed through the blessed vegan protein, whatever, and I had heaps of chicken, so I'm probably slightly under protein today, but it's all good. I'll make up for it tomorrow. Yum. So the plan is I'm gonna have this now. See how I go. I might have dessert, maybe. But then tomorrow, I'm gonna do it all again. So I'm gonna have a double day refeed, which is rare, but I just wanna see how my body takes it. So I'll basically do the same thing tomorrow, but with a few different meals. And then I might, if I'm still hungry later, I might have Milo cereal. If you're not in Australia, it's the best cereal of all time. If you are in Australia, you know that it's the best cereal of all time. Or I might have raisin toast. I bought both, but I don't know. I haven't even had dinner yet. Why am I talking about the next meal? So I'm gonna have this now. This is probably 80 carbs, 80, 90 carbs. And I'll see where I sit. I might have more later, but. So, morning after the 5-minute cold shower, setting the record. Yes! But yeah, I actually feel quite good today. So it's good that I'm doing a second day refeed, because if you have too many carbs on your refeed, you will look softer and look shitter. So it's called spilling over a little bit. I feel like my body's taken it quite well today. Pretty full. I can jam some more in, I reckon. So that is gonna be the plan. Now I'm gonna go train some. Back now, I'm not gonna take you guys through the full workout. Don't need to, I can do that in another video. And then I'm gonna show you guys the difference in physique. The pump should be pretty awesome, but that's a given. And then, using this ball here. Whoa, hey. This is Bear's workout. She's the worst to have down here, because in the gym you want like testosterone and aggression and you want to feel like a bit of a beast, and she's too cute that she just makes you feel like a little bitch. Like I'm getting ready for a set and then I'll see Bear, she's just like this little cuddly thing with her arm up, and I'm like, I've got to give her a pat. And then you give her a pat, and then it increases estrogen by like 20%, decreases test by 80, and then you go to do your set and you're like, why am I even training? I should just be patting dogs and watching TV. But it's a mental test. Anyway, let's tear this back off the bone and get an excruciatingly swelling pump. So guys, that is basically it for this video. I did the second refeed day, had another 600 grams of carbs basically. And then what I did after the 2 days of high, I had 1 day of low carbs and then saw how I looked the day after that. This is getting real confusing. It's like watching Inception, sorry about that. But then, and I tightened up real quick. So that was like really good for me because I can see, okay, 2 days might make me look a little bit more fluffy, a bit more watery, like a tiny bit. But then after 1 day of low carbs, I look 10 times better than I did before. So it's very cool. So let's compare my physique when I was quite depleted on like a couple low carb days after legs, and then to after having an absolute shitload of carbs. So basically I thought I'd chat a little bit more about the purposes of a refeed and like why we're doing them for those who are interested. If you're not, all good. I just thought I'd leave it to the end of the video. People tend to glorify refeeds a lot and they say like, you're gonna burn so much more body fat like this. And to be honest, I don't know if you are, especially with like a single day refeed once a week. If you really wanna get the most out of it, you wanna have like 2 refeeds like I did in a row. But the problem with that is it obviously eats into your weekly deficit. So what you can do is you can have like 10 days of dieting followed by 2 days of refeeds. That is, I think, the best because they showed studies that actually reduces the metabolic adaptations, which is basically the shit stuff that you don't want. Your body getting used to things, your metabolism adjusting, all that stuff. Or at least it like decreases the intensity of those adaptations. So in normal person's language, it means you can cut on more calories later and you should feel better through the dieting phase, which is what we want. So if you're sitting there going, oh, should I have a refeed or should I not? Look at your current level of body fat. Leptin is the hormone that we're manipulating here, well, ideally, and that is by body fat. So if you have a heap of body fat and you're thinking about having a refeed day, you're probably not going to get the benefits of boosting leptin really, because you're just going to get the benefits of like mental break from dieting, enjoying some carbs, better workouts. So it's not like it's pointless because then that'd be a bit unfair. You'd be like, damn, I want some carbs as well. But I think it's just good to know what you're doing it for. So like a lot of people are just going to spout bullshit and say, you'll get so much leaner with cheat meals and with refeeds. And it's like, for what they're doing, probably they're not magic. Like it's just giving you some more carbs. And like I said, there's a few main benefits that you're gonna get from it, but it's not like crazy. So I'm still gonna keep them in from now. I'm gonna keep them in. And I mean, a lot of people as well, it's personal preference. Some people like having some crazy refeed day because they'll just go mental and then that'll keep them adherent to their plan for 6 days or whatever it is. And that's fair enough. It is kind of like a binge mentality, so I wouldn't encourage it, but I mean, each to their own. You can get shredded and absolutely peeled by having crazy refeeds and cheat meals all the time. But what I would recommend is if you guys wanna try it out, do it, start slow, maybe have like 300 grams of carbs or 400. Choose really good carb sources as well, so choose ones that your body's gonna tolerate well. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter what carb sources you choose. Have some sugars post-workout if you want, have some cereal, whatever. Rice tends to sit well with everyone. And then just experiment, see how you go with it. Even like the guys on my coaching plan that are doing that, you guys can definitely do it as well. If you're doing a fat loss plan, I don't need to tell you, I don't need to give you a refeed plan. You can just be like, okay, well, let's just shoot for X amount of carbs and see how I feel. Minimize fat, keep the protein the same. That's pretty much it. So it isn't magic, it isn't rocket science, guys. It's eat a little bit more carbs than you usually do. And that is it. Also, can we just get some, please, give me some feedback on the chicken wrap. That's I was editing that last night at ungodly hours and I was spending way too much time on it. And I was like, this is outrageous. I actually laughed. So if that doesn't give this video a like or at least a comment, I don't know what, I probably should just turn off the camera altogether. But that is it for me, guys. I did hope you enjoyed this video. And I've got nothing left for you. So you guys know what to do. Stay massive.
Slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.